That's the away team sign. Let's get in here, turn the lights up. Oh.
You've got lads that are on building sites.
Pies and chips.
You've got lads that are in factories.
It'll be rowdy.
Tamworth FC are 16th in the National League, but on Sunday lunchtime they welcome Premier League superstars Tottenham Hotspur to this here, the Lamb Ground, for an FA Cup third round clash. Now this 3,700 seat arena usually plays host to a few hundred people, loyal, die-hard Tamworth fans from the Midlands, but on Sunday this place will be invaded. 3,700 total sellout, 800 of them will be Tottenham Hotspur fans sat behind that goal over there. There's builders and workmen all around this place getting set up for what is the biggest game in Tamworth's history. So we thought at Sunsport we'd come down here and have a look at exactly what Tottenham Hotspur can expect. So when the Spurs players turn up on a freezing cold January Sunday morning, the bus will be dropping them off just down this little passageway there. It's got a real rustic grassroots feel, and let's go and have a look at where they're going to be getting changed. Leaky corrugated roof, concrete slabs on the floor, and even a discarded old fridge in the corner. Now this is a proper old football ground. This is the manager's office in the corner, locked at the moment, where Tamworth boss Ange Postecoglou will be doing all of his pre-match preparations. You've got the match officials office right here, where the referee, the linesman will be before, during and after the game. The home team dressing room is right here with the Tamworth club motto on the wall: gains, responsibility, attitude, focus and togetherness, graft.
We've got cut short every man and his dog appearing, setting up scaffolding, tents. It's been immense, it really has, and it just makes it come to home to how big a game it is for the club.
It's the biggest in the history by far. We have played other big clubs before. We've been away at Everton, we've been to Bournemouth, but nothing of this nature with Tottenham. They're a fantastic club. The facilities there are out of this world. Compared to us, we're a local club, and yeah, it'll bring them back down to earth, won't it?
Now let's go and have a look at where Tottenham's Premier League superstars will be getting changed. This is going to be a shock to their system, that's for sure. No door handle at the moment, little bit of door frame just removed. That's the away team sign. Let's get in here, turn the lights up. Oh, perhaps not quite ready for Tottenham's arrival just yet, but as you can see, they're certainly trying to make them feel welcome, I think, because I can see a pot of navy blue and white paint down there in the corner, but one or two building supplies still floating around. We've got the little radiator ready to keep Richarlison, Timo Werner and Co warm. There's actually two. Whether they'll still be here on Sunday, who knows, but the benches have been painted dark blue, the walls have been painted white in Tottenham colours, even the toilet cubicle doors. This will be a massive shock to the system for Tottenham's players, but this is what they're paid to do. This is the magic of the FA Cup.
I was here when the draw came out, and like I say, everybody was like, you know, absolutely buzzing over it. To get a massive club like Spurs to come here is great for the club.
What have you done especially, sort of hospitality-wise, to prepare for the arrival of Levy and Co?
Basically, we can only do what we do. We've brought caterers in rather than doing our own situation. And it is that, really. We cannot sort of do more basics than what we are. We'll do whatever we can to accommodate them.
And what's on the menu?
Oh, pies and chips and just various things like that, yeah.
Anyone who's experienced the elite level hospitality facilities at Tottenham's brand new stadium will know that their directors watch the games in the height of luxury. However, that is not what they will be experiencing on Sunday, because these right here are the rustic plastic seats that Tottenham and their 17 director seats that they have requested for this game will be sitting. Not quite the high levels of comfort that Daniel Levy Co are used to.
That's the reality that's the beauty of the FA Cup, isn't it? You know, you've got people that are so used to different levels of, hospitality coming down to a grassroots or a non-league level, a proper football game, yeah. And that's part of the beauty of it. And I'm sure I think within all of us, they'll embrace what we do for them on the day. It's different, and hopefully, as I said, they don't feel too disrespected with what we can offer. But we're trying to do things slightly different than a normal game, because you're dealing with people of a Premier League level.
This is the away dugout where Ange Postecoglou and his army of Tottenham substitutes and staff will be sitting. But if I'm quite honest, I'm not quite sure they'll be able to fit the exact amount of people they usually have, particularly behind them for their home games at the amazing Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But I have it on good authority that Tamworth are lining up to 20 additional seats just down here next to the dugout, so Tottenham's army of staff and subs can fit in quite comfortably. Well, I'm not sure if it would be comfortably.
I think the players and their bench will get some stick. There is no two ways about it, because their bench is behind our shed, whereas we've got some very passionate supporters behind there, so there will be some verbal going on, definitely.
It'll be rowdy.
Most teams in our league, they don't like coming there. Yeah, it's not the best ground. The fans are really good at the Lamb. And they get onto the opposition, so yeah, they're in for a bit of a difficult day. They might beat us by a few goals, but pre-game, everything, they're gonna be getting a lot of stick, and Tamworth fans hopefully will be our 12th man.
Right here at the east end of the ground is where the 800 strong Tottenham Hotspur fans, and I was going to say sitting, but they will be standing here behind the goal cheering on their team. Now, it really does give the impression of a real old school football ground. As you can see, the fans will be separated by these brick pillars. They'll be able to stand behind these railings just like the old days. So Tamworth have laid on the pie and chips for Daniel Levy Co, but they have not forgotten about the 800 strong army of Tottenham Hotspur away fans that will be making the trip up the M40. This is the away fan bar. It's inside the ground, and as you can see, the fridges are very well stocked indeed, ready for the Tottenham fans' arrival. Tamworth's team is made up of part-time footballers, including a builder, a bricklayer, an IT technician, and even a zip salesman. And these players will be coming up against the multi-million-pound superstars of Tottenham Hotspur.
I started off as a labourer years ago, so that's, you just carry stuff around all day long, heavy stuff, and on a Friday sometimes I'd literally have to have a couple of beers just to try and relax and just not feel heavy and lethargic, and try and put some energy in. But that's part and parcel of it, and I think it may be a bit more hungry to kind of show the lads that are having a bit of an easy time, that I can go to the levels and dig a bit deeper. And I used to that, especially playing like last season, playing some of the professional teams in the National League North, I used to use that as motivation, like, these lads are full time doing this, that and the other. Yeah. Pair all day, massages all day, all our lads are slogging away, and we turn up and roll them over. It's a real good feeling.
They're just normal guys. They've got normal jobs. They travel to training from work. They travel on a Saturday with pots of food and eating on the bus. It really is real life stuff. You've got lads that are on building sites this week. You've got lads that are in factories. You've got lads that work for their own companies, and you've got a real variation of people that are part of our squad.
There's a chance, is there not? There always is.
There's always a chance in football. I mean, I checked the odds actually. Tamworth are 2,500 to 1 to win the FA Cup. But Leicester were 5,000 to 1 to win the league, and they did that. And there's less games for Tamworth to do. They only need five wins, and they'll get the cup at Wembley, aren't they?
If you're looking at, if we're going to try and press them high, they probably will get round us. We'd have to sit back, probably take up some pressure, and maybe to look to get them on the break. I think our set pieces will cause them a problem with their goalkeeping issues. Obviously, with Brandon or a new lad coming in, it's going to be tough for them. But I think that's where we might have a slight edge on them. Obviously, the lads will be well up for it. There might be a few tackles flying in, and with the Arsenal game, on the Wednesday following, some of them might be a little bit worried about that. So listen, it'll be an interesting game. Like I say, it's the fairy tale of the FA Cup. You know, it'll be a tough one for them.
What's the score going to be?
I really don't want to say how many to 0.
3-1 Tottenham.
Everybody expects us to lose, but you never know. I think there could be either a little bit of an upset. It could be a 1-0 to us, or it could be a bit of a one for them.
If we can just have a good game and do well for ourselves, that's all I can ask for.
Whatever happens, we're going to have a good day.
There we have it then. That concludes our day here at National League side Tamworth FC, and with their team of part-time players with an average playing wage of just £500 a week, will they get ready to welcome Tottenham's team of multi-millionaire superstars here to the Lamb Ground Sunday lunchtime, FA Cup third round. It promises to be an absolute belter of an occasion. The whole town and all of this club are excited as is possible to be. And maybe, just maybe, especially with the way Tottenham are going at the moment, there could be another FA Cup miracle on the cards.